What happened to the internet? Someone posts a song they like, mid. A new film drops, slop. Someone's genuinely excited about something, grown ass man. I made a video about Drake's Iceman drop this week, calling him corny. I've not even listened to the album. I'm part of the problem, and I wasn't entirely sure why. Like, when did it become so cringe to like things? Well, the comment section used to be a place you'd go to see if other people felt the same way about something. Now it's just a competition to see who can dunk on the creator the hardest. New game releases? Dead. Someone posts their favourite film? Droid. But here's the stupid part. The algorithm basically rewards this. Posts that do well are almost always negative. Drama, dunks, rage bait. It gets clicks. The algorithm doesn't care if you're having a good time anymore. It cares if you're triggered. And then this is where it gets properly cooked. A significant chunk of the hate you're reading isn't even from real people. Bots. Thousands of them. Programmed to engage with content. And negativity drives more engagement than positivity does. So guess what they're programmed to post? Life's looking like a Black Mirror episode right now, boys. You post something that you genuinely feel proud of. Real people see it, most of them just move on. Then the bots pile in calling it mid. The algorithm reads the engagement, starts pushing it further. More people see the negative comments, assume that's the consensus. They all agree it's mid, and they pile on. You've been ratioed by robots, mate. Welcome to the internet. And then there's Twitter. Twitter used to be... Now it's just a worldwide slur contest, or the most heinous shit you ever seen in your life. Elon bought it and somehow gave us the most toxic X of all time, one we never signed up for. Quick question for you. How many things do you like that you'd never admit out loud? I grew up playing World of Warcraft, and I told basically nobody, because I already knew what would happen. Someone would take the piss at school and I would be called a Warcraft wanker for the rest of my days. The internet was supposed to fix this, and for a bit, it did. You'd find your people online, and it turns out there were thousands of other lads who also wanted to spend their Friday nights raiding a dungeon. We just didn't want to admit it in real life, you know. And that was the whole promise. The internet gave you permission to like weird stuff outside of your real life. But then it curdled. Algorithms were born, negativity was prioritised. The same communities we found safety in were now full of people policing who's allowed to like the thing and telling everyone else they're doing it wrong. Makes me think back to when I had a friend in college, my best friend. He was a great guy, until he wasn't. He was really into indie music. You know the type. Which fair enough, but I just wasn't arsed for it at that age. And he hated that, because it was his entire personality. His hobby became making sure everyone else's taste was worse than his. Every song I put on, every band I mentioned, he'd absolutely dunk on. Every time. So I ditched him and found better people. It just became exhausting to be around that negativity all the time. But that thing he did, that low-level constant sneering, that's basically the constant experience of the internet right now. And what it actually does, at scale, is make people less likely to talk about the things they love, less likely to post, more likely to keep it to themselves. Which is mad, because the whole point of the internet was the opposite. Now, one thing before I go. If you wouldn't walk up to someone at a party and tell them their taste is embarrassing, maybe you shouldn't do that in the comments either. I know, of course, it feels different. But at the end of the day, it really isn't. Don't be afraid to like things. That's not cringe. You know what's really cringe? Hating on stuff you don't understand and trying to fit in with a hate mob. Now, I'm off to go listen to some Nickelback. Peace!